Good morning, and welcome to this special practice for Thanksgiving, a day of really feeling all the blessings that enrich your life. And before the friends and food and festivities, maybe taking this time to just be with yourself, a little bit of nourishment for the body, and the mind, and the spirit. So thanks for joining me this morning. I wish you and yours a very blessed holiday. Let's begin on our backs as we normally do, maybe taking a bolster or a rolled up blanket and placing it across the shoulder blades so we get this nice lift in the thoracic spine and this beautiful heart opening as we arrive to the mat. Leg position can be whatever's comfortable. It's early this morning. I'm going to use Supine Baddha Konasana, cobbler's pose, soles together, knees wide. But if it feels better for you this morning, take constructive rest pose, feet out wide, knees resting in together on each other. It offers a lot of room for the low back. So whatever is comfortable in your body, again, supporting the head if the elevation of the chest is too high, closing down the eyes here and allowing yourself to fully arrive. Maybe resting hands, belly, and heart. And then just feel your beautiful breath, your own natural rhythm of breath flowing through your body. Nice fluid inhales, nice fluid exhales. And as we begin our practice, maybe bring to mind the blessings that you hold dear, your family and your friends, the life you have that sometimes we take for granted as we're so busy. And a reading from my favorite author from the book Journey of the Heart, Mary Beatty. So just breathe. Gratitude unlocks the fullness of life. It turns what we have into enough and more. It turns denial into acceptance, chaos to order, confusion to clarity. It can turn a meal into a feast, a house into a home, a stranger into a friend. Gratitude makes sense of our past. It brings peace for today, and it creates a vision for tomorrow. Melody Beatty. 3 more breaths, just like that. And nice and slow. If you're in your cobbler pose, use the hands to draw the knees gently together. If you're in constructive rest, heel toe the feet to center. We'll all drop the knees over to one side. We're removing any props from underneath us and come back on the back body and just take a full body stretch here. Fingers away from toes, maybe wiggle the shoulders or the hips, point and flex through the feet. Waking up and feeling into this whole entire body. Draw the knees into the chest, squeeze in, give yourself a morning hug. And as you squeeze, let the tailbone round up so you feel a little stretch in that low back, and maybe enjoy a rock or two, little massage. Blood flow into the back body. And then we're just going to roll all the way to one side, and let's go to all fours, tabletop. So patting up the knees, if you have sensitive knees, and in your table, spread the fingers wide, stack through your joints. Draw, scoop the belly in and up. Good. And we'll begin some cat-cows. And I invite you to start with the tailbone. We're going to do this so you really feel into the body. So right now you're in a neutral. You're pressing through your palms, rounding through the shoulder blades. Good. As you're ready for the inhale, lifting that tailbone, dropping the belly, lifting the heart, taking the gaze towards the top of your mat. Exhaling all the air out. Again, start with that tailbone. Begin to round the low back and the mid back, the upper back. Press into those palms. Head drops, chin tucks. Again, finding the inhale, the tailbone leads the way. And exhale, everything curls in. So take your cat-cows here and notice what you notice. Wake up the spine. We've got the energy centers that we know reside along the spine. Wake up the whole front body. Coming back to your neutral table. I'm just going to turn. You say exactly as you are. I'm just going to turn to face you. Good. Moving into a gate version position here. So the left leg is going to extend out to the side so that the heel and the hip are in alignment and the toes point forward. Hands are placed right underneath the shoulders. Press into your palm. Draw your belly in. And we're going to wake up the left hip here by making slow circles with the knee. So the left knee comes forward and around and back. Nice and slow. So notice where you feel this. Obviously, we're working that femur right into the joint, but maybe waking up the inner thigh. Stretch through the ankles. Reverse it for 3. Nice. And then just bring the leg back to neutral. Tucking in the right toes now. Again, hands press, and we're going to just set those hips back and let them hover towards that right hip. And then draw yourself up on the inhale. So exhale all the air, set the hips back. Don't let them rest. This is an active pose. Inhale brings us all the way back. Belly's in. Take 3 more on your own. Lower down. Notice what you notice here. Where's the stretch? Different for all of us. Breath is flowing nice and fluid. As you finish this last one and come back up, drop onto your forearms, parallel, shoulder distance apart, and then set those hips back. And this time we're going to find stillness in the pose. So the hips go back any amount. Again, it's an active pose. Draw the belly in. See if you can lift the heart towards the hands. Gaze is straight down. 5 deep breaths here. Ready for the big inhale. We're going to lift the hips and we're going to come back onto those palms, preparing for thread the needle. So walking the left hand forward just about a handprint and in a bit. Take the right arm, extend it out to the side and up. And then draw that right arm underneath the body like you're going to reach for that left big toe. Come down onto the temple and the shoulder tip. Couple options here. You can hold the left hand right by the face for some balance. You can walk those fingertips out to the top of the mat, beginning to stretch through the whole left side body. Keeping the breath flowing, maybe you explore walking those fingertips over to the opposite corner. Notice how that rotates the chest a little more open. Deep breath. Or maybe you would enjoy a half bind, taking that left arm up to the ceiling first, reaching high, and then bend the elbow. Good. And bring the back of the hand to the back body or tuck it in over on that side waist. Press into the back of the hand and allow that to draw that shoulder tip down and away and open the chest. Let's enjoy 5 breaths here, wherever you are. As we transition to come out, wherever you are, we'll release the bind or we'll draw the hand right back to that push-up position by the face. Press into that left palm to lift the body up. Release the right arm, take the counter out and up. Beautiful. And then bring the hand back down underneath the shoulder. Walk the hands forward, finding heart melting pose here. So as we reach those fingertips forward, the hips stay back, the chest and the forehead come closer to the mat. Find that long stretch. Make sure you keep the belly in and up to support this nice long spine here. 3 breaths. Each exhale, maybe softening into the pose just a little bit more. Preparing to come out. We're going to walk those fingertips back in towards the body. As they arrive here, we're going to press off those fingertips to come to a kneel position. So draw the hips in again. Nice. Again, foot still extended. Inhale, we'll reach those arms to the ceiling. Palms find each other. Get nice and long. And then that right hand is going to make its way down to the mat or a block. And we're going to nice long body stretch here. Fingers to the heel. Deep breath. Rotate the heart. Press off that bottom hand to bring yourself back up. Re-extend both arms way up. And then take that left hand, let it come to the outside of the left leg, slide it down the leg, and find a nice stretch on the right side body as right arm comes overhead, bicep by the ear. Keep the elbow back. Notice your breath. Big breath. Next inhale, rise back up. Right arm's going to come back down, same position that we were. Your choice. Option 1, stay here. Option 2, find the half bind, opening the chest. Maybe option 3, to test your balance by lifting the left leg, even with the hip. Press through that heel to find some stability. Draw the belly in. Noticing your breath as your teacher. Maybe you bend into that knee and reach back for the ankle or top of the foot or the pant leg. Press the foot into the hand. Open up the chest wherever you are. Let's draw 3 full rounds of breath. Nice. We'll release wherever we are. We'll come back the same way we went in. Circle that top hand down by the hip. Circle it around to the mat. Coming back to your table. Coming back to a cat and a cow. Moving to the right side now. Extending the right leg out to the side. Again, just kind of take a peek that the hip and the heel are in alignment. The toes are pointing forward. The foot is parallel with the side of the mat. And draw the belly in as you press in through those palms to round through the shoulders. And then simple little circles with the right knee. Again, taking that right femur bone, circling it through the right hip joint, nice and easy. Bringing all that synovial fluid, opening up the inner thighs. Circle the opposite way. Keep the belly drawn and the face soft. Good. Returning to a neutral leg here. Beginning to open up now the left quad. We're going to just tuck the left toes under. Again, get some movement into the toe joints there. And then set the hips back gently, any amount. Just don't let them rest. And inhale, come back up. So we're going to take 5, nice and slow. Set the hips back. And use your breath, come back up. 3 more. Finishing that movement, we're going to move into some stillness here now. So next time you set those hips back, drop down onto your forearms, sink those hips any amount, just to where you begin to feel some sensation. For me, it's my inner thigh on the right side, my left outer hip. I'm also feeling my toe joints. So you scan the body and just notice what you notice. Keep the breath nice and fluid. 4 more rounds of breath. Maybe sink a little further. And as we prepare to come out, we'll rise back up onto the palms and lift the hips back to that neutral position. Moving that right hand a little bit forward and in. We're going to find thread the needle on the side. So taking the left arm out to the side and reaching it up. We'll exhale and take the left arm underneath the body. Reach for that big toe on the right foot. Come down onto the temple and shoulder tip. And as you steady yourself here, again, we have options. You can keep the hand or the fingertips right next to the face. That offers a lot of balance as you tuck that belly in. Or you can find some stretching through the right side body as you walk the fingers up to the right corner. Or maybe exploring to the left corner and let that rotate your chest open just a bit. Or if you did so on the other side, taking that bind, taking the right arm up to the ceiling, bend the elbow and bring the back of the hand to the back body, or to that opposite side waist, press into the back of the hand. Allow that to take that top shoulder tip away and rotate the chest just a little bit further. And can you enjoy 3 full breaths here? As we come out, wherever you are, we'll meet with the hand right outside the face. We'll press into that right palm to lift the torso, release the left arm, let it float out and up. And then left hand comes back down to the mat, and we'll find that heart melting pose again. Might be a little more open to reach those fingertips a little bit further as the hips stay over the knees. As the chest drops, the forehead drops. Nice long spine. Again, no sway in the spine because the belly is really drawn in, hugging in. Taking in that breath. Last full breath in. And let it go. Let the body, upper body melt. And then we'll come out by lifting and walking those fingertips back towards the body. As they arrive there, we're going to press off of those to come to that kneeling position, right? Again, draw the hips all in line. Inhale, reaching those arms out and up. Maybe the gaze goes with it. Good. And we'll move into that side body. So here, left hand's going to come down to a block or the mat. Right arm's going to extend up. And then we're going to take bicep over the ears. We stretch the arm out. Rotate the chest up, elbows back. Full deep breath. Nice exhale. Inhale, press off that bottom hand. Lift yourself back up. Find the length. And then the right hand's going to find the outside of the right thigh. Slide it down and take the left arm up and over. And enjoy some breaths into the left side body. Ready for the inhale. Both arms re-extend up. And again, here we're going to take that left hand back down to the block or the mat. Plant the palm. Good. Reach the fingertips. And then find a half bind here. Rotating the chest. So this, you can stay here. If this is a big stretch for you, perfect. Just breathe into it. If you want to add on, press into the bottom palm. As you lift the right leg, even with the hip, press the heel away. Draw the belly in. And if the breath supports you and your balance supports you, maybe take a bend, reach for the pant leg, the ankle, or the top of the foot. Open your heart. Let the breath flow. Preparing to come out the same way we went in. So wherever you are, release gently. And then circle that arm down by the hip and around as we come back and we find our table. Coming into the table again, take some cat-cows. Feel into the front body, feel into the back body. And then draw the knees together here, big toe mounds together, and sink the hips back towards the heels. As we do so, walking the fingertips forward so that the ribs rest on the thighs. Maybe the head, the forehead finds the block or the mat. Extending those fingers forward, we allow again that soft tissue under the arms to release and to relax. Feel the breath, the ribs against the thighs. Untuck the toes if they're tucked. So when the hips go back, you feel a stretch in the top of the foot, the top of the ankle. And as you take a breath, flip the hands so that the palms are up. Make a fist with the hands, the fingers, and then open those fingers wide like a starfish. So be dramatic here, make the fist, and then open up the fingers wide away from each other. Once more. And then as you have that fist, hold the fist and draw those knuckles in towards the inner wrist. So beginning to stretch through that wrist, the outer wrist crease. Open back. And then draw them in one more time. And then we're going to draw those top knuckles together like a fist bump. So pressing the knuckles together again, feeling the stretch through the wrists. And then we're going to open up those knuckles so the heels of the hands will come in and press together as the knuckles go right and left. A nice stretch for the inner wrist. Watch your breath here now. And then we'll pop those thumbs so that they point up towards the ceiling. And just like you were hitchhiking, we're going to take those thumbs right and left and bring the outer part of the hands together as the thumbs reach away from each other. And then draw the fists back together. Open up the fingers one last time. Maybe roll through the wrists one direction and the other. And then plant the palms down on your mat. Circle them down and around so that they come down by the feet. We'll open those palms again to the ceiling. Back of the hands rest. Or maybe you cup the heels and you use the finger pads to give a nice massage to the inner arch of the feet. Lots of nerve endings in our feet. Let the shoulders round in. The chest fully relax on the thighs. And just take a moment to bring your focus to your spine. So here, with knees together, the spine is a little rounded. So we're bringing more space to the spine. So just notice maybe that gentle stretch from the tailbone through the shoulders to the crown of the head. And pause here. Let everything rest for 2 breaths. And we'll release and slide those hands back underneath the shoulders to press the torso up. Tuck the toes under for me. And just lift the knees up. So we're coming on to the balls of our feet. The feet are together, big toe mounds together. So I'm on my fingertips. My spine is nice and straight. So a little bit of a squat. And we're going to walk those fingertips in as we send the knees right and left. Again, stay on the balls of the feet. So maybe you begin to feel a stretch here through the calf and the back of the ankle. And then walk the fingertips forward as you allow your chest, again, to come down towards the mat, which is a big stretch through the spine. And at the same time, through your toe joints and through your arches. Nice flexion in the ankle. Lots going on here in your squat. Big breath. And then walk the hands back. And as we place the fingertips again underneath the shoulders, lift the hips up, coming into a forward fold at the back of your mat. Heel toe the feet so that they're hip distance apart. And then just let the body dangle here over the thighs. The arms dangle, the head dangles. Nice natural traction for the spine. Let the shoulders relax. Maybe here a little bit of vibration as you might bounce gently. Maybe you sway one side and the other. Just exploring now. We should be pretty well open to begin some movement. And then come back to stillness. Notice your head. No reason to hold anything up here now. Big breath in. And we'll take those arms out to the side and behind the back to the sacrum. If you can, interlace the hands, bring the palms together, the elbows go wide. If that's not possible for you this morning, just grab onto your wrist or your forearms. Good. From this position, take the fist or the forearms up towards the ceiling. Again, head is heavy. Press the fist or the arms up and then just let them dangle overhead. So big opening through the front of the shoulder tips. Again, the chest is relaxed, the head is heavy. The arms will float to their own natural ability, so no forcing here. Big breath. And as we prepare to come up, we're going to keep the clasp. We're going to press into our feet, bend our knees, and slowly Rise up, head and shoulders, the last to come up. Keep the fist back behind you as you open the chest and look up towards the ceiling. And then release the fists, let the hands come, arms dangle right next to the body. I'm going to just adjust the screen just a bit. As we inhale, let's reach those arms out and up overhead. The hands find prayer. Maybe we find that standing back bend. And then we release a swan dive. Knees can be bent as you forward fold. Let everything hang. Moving halfway lift. So maybe straightening the legs as much as you can. Hands can come to the shins, pressing into the shins, finding length in the spine. Gaze is straight down, neck, spine in alignment. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Open the heart. Exhale, release everything. Bow maybe a little bit deeper. Place the hands on the mat and walk yourself out. Downward facing dog. So my knees, I start bent so I can set the upper body, tucking in the belly, lifting the hips up high to the ceiling, and then pressing them away as I press my palms away towards the top of the mat, getting the weight out of my wrist. My belly is in, my head is hanging, and then nice and slowly, my heels come toward the mat, any amount. Press those palms away from you. Chest comes closer to the thighs, draw the belly in, and then just pedal out. Maybe one heel finds the mat, and then maybe the other. So just alternate feeling in the whole back of each leg. And then we'll come up high, high, high on those tippy toes. And then draw the heels nice and slow down to the mat as you press the palms away. Twice more, bellies in, come up high. And then drop the heels down. Big stretch, hips go back, hands press forward. And last time, come on up. And then lower down. We'll move into a little bit of a plank flow. Just know that you can come down onto your knees as you press into a still dog here. Back up high on the toes, bend the knees, and wave yourself forward, plank pose. Press into your palms, send those hips up and back, dog pose. Again, we come up on the balls of the feet, we wave the spine forward, heels back, chest forward, back to your dog. Last time. This time, see if you can hold your plank nice and firm. Shoulder blades squeeze in. Belly is in, heels are back. Gaze at the top of your mat. Notice your breath. And then press it back. Downward facing dog. 5 breaths here. Keep pressing those palms away so you're not putting all that weight on the wrists. Scoop the belly in like you could tuck it under those floating ribs. And let the head, like you were looking at your navel, let the head just fall. 3 more breaths. And then we'll return to the balls of the feet. Bend the knees as you look towards the top of your mat and take a couple baby steps to find yourself in a forward fold at the top of the mat. Again, we let everything dangle. Maybe you hold elbows, then you sway. Maybe you release the wrists here, just rotating them in one direction and the other. Noticing you're trying to hold your head up. And then take a moment to interlace the hands and bring them to the curvature of the skull, not the neck. And as you place them there, let the elbows drape down towards the mat. The chin tucks in towards the throat. And with the weight of the hands, you might feel some lengthening through the back of the neck. As the hands are holding onto the skull, maybe you use your thumbs. A nice little massage along the scalenes in the back of the neck. And then release the hands back down to the mat. Press into your feet, bend your knees. Let's roll our way up. Beautiful. Arms go out and arms reach up. We find the prayer. We find that standing back bend, and we bring the prayer right into the heart. Top of the mat, prayer Tadasana. Close down the eyes. Draw in that belly. Soften the shoulders. Bring your awareness to your foundation, to your feet. Gratitude for how they hold us up all day long. Take a moment, subtly, front to back, from the balls of the feet to the heels, shifting weight, front to back, front to back. Maybe side to side, blade edge of the foot to the inner arch, side to side, front to back. So subtly that if I was watching you, I'd never see it. But you can feel that movement as you come into your true center. One of my favorite yogi sayings is, there's movement in stillness, and stillness in movement. Lifting all 10 toes, spreading them wide, maybe one at a time, starting with the pinky toe, bringing them down to the mat. And as you find that equal distribution of weight, maybe keeping the eyes closed, making it a little more meditative this morning, bring to mind again the blessings that we talked in this morning, our friends, our family, our life. And then let's flow. So on your inhale, arms go out to the side, arms sweep overhead, the hands find the prayer, maybe the back bend, and then take the prayer through heart center as you forward fold. All the air is out, ready for the inhale, halfway lift. On the exhale, return to bow over your legs. Press into the feet and bend your knees and reach all the way out and up. Hands to the prayer, maybe the back bend, and keep the fluid motion as you forward fold. As you halfway lift, and as you release and fold. And then press your way back up, reach out, find the prayer, the back bend, and again, let it go, forward fold. Bow to yourself in gratitude for your body, halfway lift and fold in gratitude for making it to your mat. Lift out, lift up, find the back bend. Last time, fold down. Half lift and release and fold. And then press your way all the way back up. Reach out, reach up. Find the prayer, find that arch, and draw the hands to heart center. Again, if they're not, close down the eyes. Feel into the energy within you. One more breath. We're going to move into a lunge flow this morning. So as you prepare, maybe blink the eyes open. Inhale, we'll reach the arms up. This time we'll swan dive, arms to the side, straight spine as we forward fold. Hands find the mat. Halfway lift and fold. Plant the palms, grab your blocks. If you're using them, step the right foot back. Find a runner's lunge first, separate the feet so you have lots of stability, then drop that back knee down. So just check that the front knee is over the ankle. Press into your blocks or your fingertips to lift the heart forward, send the chest up, and maybe you feel a stretch in the inner psoas muscle here. So big breath, bellies in. And then let's walk it back. So peel the hips back as you straighten through that front leg. I keep my foot down initially till I'm set because I get this nice stretch through the top of the foot and the top of the ankle that we normally don't get in our course of our day. Take a breath, belly draws in, then lift the toes, press through the heel, draw in the breath. If you want to deepen it a bit, we take both hands to the outside of the leg and we just find this twist. The hips stay nice and level and even. Releasing that, we'll come back forward. Take that left toe, just send it over towards the right side of your mat. Again, a little bit of a different stretch. We have 3 hamstrings over there. Bring the toe back up and then take the pinky side over to the left. Nice. Back up to center. Last time, press that chest towards the top of the mat. And then we'll walk the hands back, flatten that foot in front, come back to that lunge. Good. So the hip flexor stretch, just notice that. Lift the chest. And any degree here, we're going to work into the right quad. So you can do that by simply bending the knee and bringing the heel up. And you can make it dynamic by tapping your toe. This as long as you feel the quad engage. Or if you want to deepen it, you can bring the heel up. Take that left hand, reach it around and back. Maybe you reach for the top of the ankle or your pant leg. Draw the heel in, but at the same time, don't collapse the chest. Soften into, this is a big stretch wherever you are. So soften in, feel that quad. We work the hamstring, we forget about the quad. We have to do them both. Big breath. Nicely done. Release wherever you are. Again, come back. Lift the chest. Last time. Then curl the toes under. Lift that back knee. Plant the right hand. And let's take a twist over to the left. So your hand can come to the sacrum as you circle the chest to the side. Or you can extend the arms so you stack through the shoulders. Or again, if you like that bind we've been using, take the half bind. Full deep breath wherever you are. And then we'll release that. Bring the hand down, frame that front foot, and we're going to hop up to a forward fold. And to a half lift. And back to our fold. We'll plant our hands and move all the way over to the other side. So find a runner's lunge first, stepping the left leg back. Separating the feet, so that's our stability. Back heel is up, front knee is over that ankle. Draw in the belly, lift the heart, find the length. Full breath. And then slowly drop that back knee down and untuck the toes. So here we're in a low lunge. As we level those hips, sink the hips forward, lift the heart forward. Nice stretch in the psoas on the left side. So see if you can relax into the stretch. One more breath. And then we'll begin to peel those hips back by straightening the front leg. Again, right foot stays flat initially. So when you feel that stretch, top of the foot, spreading the toes, top of the ankle, stretch through the shin, then lift those right toes up, pressing through that right heel. Again, lengthen through the spine. Settle into the stretch in the hamstring here. And if you did so on the other side, maybe both hands come to the outside of the right leg. A little bit of a twist through the side body, a little bit of a extra stretch through the back of the leg, taking in a full breath. Bring the hands back around, but resettle the hips even. And we'll take the pinky toe over towards the right, dropping the foot on an angle here, belly's in. Bring it back up to neutral. And then we'll take that big toe side and bring it over to the left. And back to center. Pause again. Stretch the upper body nice and long. And then we'll slowly transition out, dropping down the right foot, coming back into that low lunge. Again, feeling that hip flexor on the left side, lifting through the chest, nice long upper body. And we'll move to that quad. So again, your choice, each side's different. So just maybe you explore the tapping motion by lifting the heel towards the glute. Maybe you hold the heel towards the glutes. Or if you want to deepen it, you circle the arm around, reach for that ankle, reach for the pant leg, anything you can hold onto to draw the heel in. Importance of the breath here and importance of keeping the chest open so you get all that air into the body while you're doing a very deep stretch. We'll take 2 more full breaths wherever you are. And then gently release that foot down, finding again your low lunge. Bring both hands inside of the front foot so that you can release the right knee to come back to a tabletop position and enjoy a couple cat-cows, just rinsing all that out. Maybe you take a moment to sway the hips one way and the other. We call it simple movement, but it's really not if you pay attention to all the areas that the movement and the breath hit inside the body. Good. Come back to a neutral table. Tuck the toes under. Walk the hands back towards the knees. Lift the hips up. Again, forward fold at the back of the mat. Let everything hang. We're going to work into a balance pose of tree this morning. So I'm going to just move myself. If you want to move to a wall or hold on to a chair, find whatever support you need to find your pose. So equal distribution of weight, feet parallel, bellies in, shoulders are soft. Let's bring our hands to prayer. So settling the body. I'm on the beach. It's just like sand from the head, just draining all the way down to the feet. Let it go with the breath. Then shift the weight into the left side, left foot. Good, that's your foundation leg. Find a drishti point, a point that's not moving that you can focus your gaze. And as you're ready, lift the right knee even with the hip. So we're just going to hold and balance here first. And then we'll take that knee to the side and we'll bring the sole of the foot into the ankle or the calf, or perhaps the thigh. Keep that gaze focused. Keep the core engaged, the shoulders soft. Let that knee splay out. And again, if you fall out, it's part of the dance, right? Come back. Come back, explore. Use your focus, use your breath. Maybe you reach the arms up. Expand your tree. And draw the arms, hands back to prayer at center. And slowly release the foot to the mat. Maybe shake out the legs and the hips. Finding the opposite side. Again, watch the different sides here, right? Shifting weight into the right leg, spreading the toes, firming that foundation. Find again that spot, that drishti that's not moving. Soften the breath, and as you're ready, lifting the left knee up so it's even with the hip. Establishing your balance. And then as you're ready, find your tree on this side. So ankle, calf, or the thigh. This side's not going to do it for me this morning, which is perfectly fine. Some days you hit tree like nothing. Some days your body says, I'm going to humble you down just a bit so that you're paying attention to where you are today. It's fluid and you're ready. Maybe expand the prayer up and out. Open up the heart. Lift the palms back. Find that prayer. Draw the prayer right back into your heart space. Release the foot down. Shake it out. And let's make our way down onto the back body. So nice and slow, any way that you want to get there. And as you arrive, draw the knees into the chest. Again, let the tailbone ride up here. Maybe a rock side to side. Dropping the feet so that they're right next to the sit bones. Let's pick up that right knee and cross it over the left. If eagle legs are in your practice and you want to double bind, go ahead and double bind and then drop the toes back down. Take the arms out to a T, palms down. Relax the shoulders, feel the opening across the chest and the pecs and the bicep. Tuck the chin. Take a breath in and draw the knees to center, toes off the floor. We're just going to take a gentle twist now over to the left. So gently dropping the knees to the left, any amount, supporting them with your block or your bolster so that there's no muscle effort here, nothing to hold up. Begin to breathe into the right ribs, a nice stretch through the whole rib cage, the intercostal muscles. If it's healthy on your neck, maybe you rotate the neck the opposite way over to the right. The shoulders relax, no clenching in the face or the hips. A beautiful pose to simply breathe. If the head is rotated on your next inhale, let's bring it back to neutral. Engaging your core here, draw the knees back up to center. So now you level out those hip bones, pelvis is level, and unravel. Feet come back down to the mat. Take a moment, feel the entire spine, and then we'll cross left over the right. Again, double binding if it's there for you. Toes come back down to the mat. Stretch those fingers out against wide. Maybe this time let's flip those palms so that the palms reach towards the heavens. What do we want to receive here? Then lift up those knees to center, and we'll take it over to the right. Nice and easy. Again, use whatever support you need, not only on your mat, but in life itself. Nothing to hold up here. The body at rest. Breathe into the ribs. Breathe into the back body. The shoulders are soft. It's good on your neck to rotate it towards the left. Take that. And then let everything settle. Let everything rest and find some ease here as you breathe in. Drawing in the next inhale, bringing the head back to center. Drawing in the core, lift up the knees, back up, unravel, and draw the knees into the chest this time. Send the knees right and left and begin to circle. So the knees go out to the side, down towards the back of the mat. So you on your tailbone almost here. And as you draw those knees in towards the chest, you roll up the spine. So we're rinsing out the hips, but we're getting this beautiful back massage at the same time. And then take it the opposite way. Take it slow and really feel what you feel here. Hug in one last time. And then drop the feet down to the mat. And let's bring the soles of the feet together. Heels are in. The knees again go wide. Blocks on the outside or pillows on the outside of the thighs can help you to just let the legs, the weight of the legs and gravity, bring them to wherever they're comfortable to rest. Once you arrive there, pick up the shoulders and just squeeze the shoulder blades in so that the shoulder tips come closer to the mat. The chin tucks in towards the throat so you've got length again in the neck. Rest the hands right on the body so you can feel the breath. And as you close down your eyes, I invite you to join me in what we call a rhythmic breath. A breath that we know we use in deep sleep and in meditation, where the exhales are twice as long as the inhales. So I use a count of 3 to breathe in and a count of 6 to breathe out. If you'd like to try it with me, breathe out all the air here, soften the body. Take the in-breath to the count of 3. Exhale slowly to the count of 6. Inhaling for 3. Let it go slow for 6. Inhale for 3. Relax the entire body for 6. And now on your own, just continue whatever rhythmic breath works. And notice how that exhale affects your body, your mind, releasing any clenching, just surrendering yourself to the power of yourself in this very quiet position. Releasing any breath control now. Let your mind bring a picture of the rest of your day. Your family, your friends, your feast, your true blessings. And may it be a beautiful day for you. I'll leave you here. We'll bring the knees together slowly. Extend the legs long. A traditional Shavasana, feet at the corners, simply falling out. Arms extending to the side, the palms up. Taking in a nice full deep breath. We release that breath to the day, to the universe, to all of our blessings. Namaste. Pause your device if you have the luxury of time to stay in Shavasana. Otherwise, I thank you for joining me today, this Thanksgiving Day, as we move into the holidays. Don't let it be the holidays, D-A-Z-E, right? Remember to come to your mat, find the stillness, find the peace, and enjoy the time. Much love.